Oh, oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, how are you? How's everybody doing tonight, this fine evening? I'm Jason Spatafor, I'm your host, and welcome to Cooking with the Wolf. Today, we've assembled some marvelous ingredients. They are delicious. I really think that you're going to really like the meal that we make for you today. Now, this meal is inspired from, you know, a very, very old part of Eastern Europe in the Valley of Wolfenstein. And it goes like this, and it goes like this, and then when it really cooks, it goes like this. It's delicious. Delicious, I tell you. Um, Jason Spatafor, guys. Hey, how are you? How's everybody doing tonight? Blah, 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 blah. Happy to hear from all of you. Wow, I see a lot of familiar faces. Wow, there you are. Wow. See, Mike likes to name everybody, so I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, Homer Simpson, Marge Simpson, Bart Simpson, Lisa Simpson, oh, Maggie Simpson, Mrs. Albright, Mary Bailey, I see you, Blinky, Patty Beauvoir, Bumblebee Man, Duff Man, Charlie, Waylon, Ned, Maud, Todd, Rod, Flanders. Sweet. Good to see you guys. And the rest of all you Simpson characters that I just named. So, guys, tonight we're going to go over a bunch of things, most notably, I'm going to give you a little taste of, what we do in TTG. Obviously, if you saw the thumbnail, which TTG Shug made, I just saw it, he wanted to go over my U.S. steel trade. And we'll get to it, don't worry. But, first, we're going to go over some things. I didn't really talk much last night. I talked a little bit about pot stocks. Canopy numbers, while they weren't fabulous, it was like, they were shit, don't get me wrong, but they weren't like diarrhea shit. So, in which case, market was like, yay, woo! And it gapped up. Tilray, on the other hand, oh, that was some diarrhea shit. And we saw that. All right. And then Kronos was just in between, like getting tugged around. So it was a good time. And then everything else is MSOs, right? MSOs start tomorrow, and that's when the fun begins. And we're really going to see the separation between the U.S. and Canada. Not that we haven't already seen the separation. We've been in TTG, have been positioning ourselves in the cannabis space for just over the last month. We actually funded our trades in the U.S. sector because the Canadian market is just a trade to us. But actually, we took, all in all, I think 4 trades. No, actually 5 trades on options before we really got positioned, and each one of those option trades went over 100%. Some a little bit more, some a little bit less. Well, no, actually they all went over 100%. From their lows, on the other hand, though, some went 200%, some went 300%. So, that's what we funded our pot stock ventures with. And, we put that special wolf razzmatazz on it, similar to what we did with U.S. Steel, and the rest, as they say, is a much better average. So, without further ado, I'm going to open it up to questions from you guys. Okay? How does that sound? That sound good? Cool. Hi, Wolf. What level do I need to trade options? It's a good question. I forget. You know, when I first filled out the thing on the options, and I'm not saying that you should do this, but you have to say, like, hey, I'm an experienced options trader doing this for like 3 years for investment, for speculation, and then you have to get approved. So, I don't know. I don't know what, I forget what the approval thing was, but I was pretty sure that when I applied for options, they were just like, oh yeah, this guy's account? Yeah, we'll let you trade options. And I had no clue. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of like being a member of TTG right now is I've already spent the money to do all the stupid shit, so you don't have to. And trust me, I spent a lot of money doing stupid shit with options. Um, so, you know, especially when you get a mentorship with me and your normal TTG membership, there is an intrinsic value in that alone. There you go, Bo. Bo X. I'm just going to start calling you Box. Unless Bo really just makes money off of US Steel. Glenn Wilson. How do you stop out of US Steel? How do you stop out of an option that is, you've got so much time on, all right? So much time on it. And and you only need 25 cents to be at your strike. I don't understand that. That's why I hate stops. I absolutely hate stops. But you know what I hate more than stops? I hate hearing those stories. Those stories just piss me off because that just tells me, and I'm not picking on you, Glenn, because God love you, you know, and I do. 29, okay, we got into 29. It drifted, all right? Drifted, went down to 16. It was fine. We had plenty of time. And then what happened? It went 16. That day it didn't stay at 16. It was at 16 for a second. Went to 22, 23. Next day, 25. Then next day, 36, 37. Took all the profit, took a bunch of profit. Drift back down. Okay, and guys, this is over like 6 or 7 trading days. Drift back down, reload 15 cents, 60 cents next time. Okay, the day we hit 15 was Friday, so it went from 15 to 25 on Friday. 25, actually it pulled back a little, I think 22, 23, and then hit 62 today. So I traded about 500 contracts in US Steel in 7 days. 500 contracts. All right? Before today. Before today. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then, what did I have today? At the open, 250 contracts. So, yeah. Sorry to hear that, Glenny. Glenn Wilson. All right. Nice job, Nick Lowry. Nick Lowry, I always think of the movie Blue Streak when I hear your name. Whenever I hear Mike say Nick Lowry, I always think of Blue Streak. So you would be Tim Robbins. Just saying. So, okay, what are some of your other brain busters you got? What's up, Mikey? Nice cut. Yeah, guys. Today, I was chirping everybody, and somebody said that I had a mullet. So I took the buzzer to the side of my head. I'm still gonna honor the Chronos bet because I don't Welsh on bets, nor do I think I'm gonna lose that bet. So I had to give myself a little I didn't even look. I had my phone and the buzzer, and I was just like, four. I own more cron options, different strikes, and different dates than ever before. Okay. Uh, that's my turn. My turn. I don't know what you're in. I'm guessing you're in $7 calls, maybe even $8 calls with an 828 strike expiration. Um, I don't know. I usually don't put on two options in the same stock unless it's um, instead of like reloading, I just get a lower strike, which isn't a bad idea. But you just have to be very clear about what you're going to be putting in because you don't want to go over position, and you're just counting contracts. Fallon Christine, please send me information. Please send you information on what? Wolf, do you trade soybean oil? No, I don't trade soybean oil. Sorry. I got nothing for you there. Do I trade spreads, credit spreads, and debit spreads? No, I don't. I stick to, with like options like selling calls, selling puts. I've done them. I've never felt the need. Well, actually, I've gotten out of them. Luckily, I've never taken a loss on them. But I also didn't quite understand the risk. And then when I did the math, did the calculation on the risk, I just never had any desire to do it. Calls and puts are great. I don't get, the most advanced I get is doing strangles on earnings. So, and a strangle is basically same expiration, say that the stock is $100 earnings time. And let's say it has like big swings. Let's call them $10 swings. I'd buy a 110 call and a 90 put and hope that we get that huge swing and then one will cancel out the other. That's where I send it to and get no responses. Ray Morales, what's your question? Okay, sorry. Hit me with your question. Oh. Baby, come back. What about covered calls and puts? No, I don't. I have no desire. Guys, you can make a lot of money like that, and I know a lot of people that have made a lot of money doing covered calls and puts and stuff like that. I've also know a lot of people that have lost a lot of money, just kind of venturing out into that area. I don't think that if people with small accounts should be doing that. That's just my perspective. And I don't have a small account, and I don't have any desire to do it. Why? Because I've developed a good enough strategy trading options that I don't need to venture out of my comfort zone. I don't need to try and reinvent the wheel. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it was like, hey, I can have a 90% win rate on this, well, great. The problem is if you start selling puts and you're wrong, or selling calls and you're wrong, and then you're responsible for delivering that stock. Well, that 10% losing rating could take away 90% of that money. So that's why. Do I avoid earnings reports? It's not that I avoid them. I'm just very aware of the volatility in earnings, and I don't trade like I won't get into an earnings unless I am, I won't go long on an earnings, like with calls, unless I am unbelievably familiar with the company, and, you know, feel like I know something that the market doesn't know. With that said, uh, I always think it's just better to wait, because usually you're going to have two factions in the stock, the ones that think it's overvalued, the ones that are taking profit, and then the ones that are, buying the dip. Casey Collins, who taught me how to trade. I actually didn't start out as like a day trader. So if you guys have heard, like Mike's got a story, he worked at a hedge fund. My story's a lot different. I used to chase storms for a living. Um, Not like Twister. I used to go into like worst case scenarios. Like I'd seen some crazy shit, like horse storm through somebody's living room, um, you know, F5 tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires, airline disasters. I've seen some crazy shit. So being in that line of work afforded you a lot of time off, and also afforded you really big commission checks at times. Actually, it was like the worse the disaster, the more money you made. Crazy, but true. So, I started investing, just because I was keeping too much money in my checking account. My then fiance was just ragging on me. So, I opened a Scott Trade, which became a TD account, and just started investing. And, with the whole strategy of, all right, well, what's the world going to need in 10 years? Started investing in desalinization companies, cloud computing, 3D printing. This is like 2013. So I was like, like Micron was one of the first companies I invested in, to give you an idea. And eventually I found weed, hence the name, Wolf of Weed Street. And put in like a couple more bucks, little by little. It was like, trial and error, a lot like you guys. And I invested a total of 10 grand. Then Colorado went legal and the market went crazy. And it just so happened that I'd read the perfect book for trading weed, which at the time was Markets, Mobs, and Mayhem. And I turned 10 grand into 600,000 in 6 months, and then turned 600,000 into 1.2 million, and then turned 1.2 million into more and more and more and more. And then for the next 3 years, from 2015 on, my portfolio did 300 to 350%. Not day trading. That's the craziest thing. I didn't start day trading or really trading, where it's just kind of swinging stuff, till 2016, and I started on energy stocks. So it's funny, all the TTG members know Elena. So myself and Elena was new to all of this. Elena wasn't a trader, period, and now she's like all over it. But we would trade UGAS, DGAS, and UWTI like an ATM, for months straight. And that was the only like day trading. The rest I was doing like holding long-term positions. Um, but as I got more comfortable and as I started to make more and more money, and then also lost money, look, it wasn't until I lost my first 100,000 that I made my first million. And like I took that lesson, on that loss, and like really dissected it. Um, Especially because early on, imagine being at lunch and it wasn't even 100,000; it was actually $285,000 in 15 minutes, and I had no idea. I was eating lunch. I was having a salad with my friend Duke, the accountant, and everybody was blowing up my phone. So, yeah, so that's how I got started trading. All right. So, When is Elena coming out with a webinar asking for a friend? That's a good question. Um, I think Elena's like, I think we're, I think Mike and myself are giving Elena a lot of work to do because Elena's scheduling things, she's dealing with everybody. I think Elena needs a vacation. Wait, you're going to have to expand on what you held long after weed to continue growing that growing. That is crazy. I don't understand that. You might want to fix that sentence. You're going to have to expand on what you held long after weed to continue growing. That is crazy. So I had a really simple strategy with trading pot stocks, and it was from like that first time where I got in a position. I was really up. Don't feel bad for losing 285. I made over $500,000 on the position. It got crushed in one day. Um, but after that, that's when, if you guys follow me on Twitter, which is at Wolf of Weed ST, I got a blue check. You'll see, I always talk about the odds of March trade. So what I was doing was every March I was, cutting 80% of my portfolio, trading that 20% into the summer when everything goes down, and then reloading in the summer when everything was at rock bottom prices. Then I would, basically buy and hold. I'd manage it a little bit, but for the most part, I'm buying and holding, and then was selling in December, January at the peak, and then doing it all over again, March into the summer. And it worked from 2015 to 2019. 2019 was different because I got out of all of my pot stocks and then went very short the market. So everybody was pissing their pants and shitting themselves into the summer and into September. I was not in the market. I had sold all my positions. Like I sold Canopy at $50. I sold Kronos at like 17 and then went really short at 23. I sold my Aurora at 850. I sold my CanTrust. I sold my Organogram. I sold my Afria. I sold everything, and then I went super short on the MJ ETF. So yeah. Oh yeah, it wasn't Kenneth. It wasn't like, you have to understand, when I started trading pot stocks, there was only 13 pot stocks. 13. And it was wild. Like I bought the pot stock that I lost 285,000 on. I only invested $4,000 into it. It went from sub penny to 45 cents within 3 months. All right. Um, I coined the term unicorn. It was for the 1,000% gainer. And it was like I was treating the market as a game of Frogger, jumping from momentum play to momentum play. And I also got lucky because when the market was like at its top, I went on my honeymoon to Thailand and Cambodia, and I didn't want to be in Thailand and Cambodia holding, penny pot stocks. So I sold most of my positions, and the market collapsed in that time period. Like collapsed like 60% like within a week. So a little bit of luck came into play, but then I found some new things, got into them, and I was getting into, like, I got into Kronos at 60 cents. I got into Aurora at 80 cents. Um, Canopy like $3. Uh, and then yeah, and then I just managed the trade. So yeah. All right. All right, Savannah, welcome. Andrew Knutson or Knutson. Look, you can do that. You can have strikes for six. You could have the same strike, different dates. That's fine. That's fine. When Shug, if you're listening, which I know you are, when's the next Trader Palooza? Do I think Uxley goes bankrupt? No. I don't know, actually. Do I invest in crypto? No, not anymore. I am the best crypto trader on Twitter, probably the world. Obviously, I'm joking. I invested in Litecoin at like 43 bucks, and then like 2 weeks later, it went to 200 or 300. Um, and I saw the guy that created Litecoin say, "Hey, this is gonna collapse." So then I sold everything. I sold my Litecoin, my Ethereum. I didn't have any Bitcoin. I ended up getting out at the top, not thinking about it, and making like 30 grand. But I hate cryptocurrency. Wolf, I get a training with you if I join. Yes. Yes, Savannah, you do. Um, thank, thanks, Kenneth. I appreciate that. Okay. Miss Tiny Trader. Hold me closer, Tiny Trader. All right. Okay, guys, any more questions? Can you give me money and you just trade it? No, you can send me burritos from Chipotle and I'll eat them. How about that? Naomi Jones, Savannah, no hurry. I'm just excited. I'm excited you're excited. Wolf said Tilray would shit the bed on earnings, so I'm lost on that. Well, let's see what happened with Tilray. Today, they hit a high of 817. And then their earnings hit. They are now 715. So, yeah, they shit the bed. You drop 10% in your stock, that's a bed shitting. Bed shitting. Okay? They got lucky that. Here's the thing. If they went pre-market with their earnings and they would be $6. All right? And that's the truth. That is the truth. Because well, maybe not that much. They would be under $7. I'd wager that. Will Kron follow Tilray? Kron already had their earnings. Kron already had their shit the bed moment, and they just got upgraded, which is so crazy. Ooh. Just join this live feed. Is this advice? Well, it depends, Jenin Gonzalez, on what kind of advice are you looking for. Right now, we're talking pot stocks. Then we're going to get to U.S. Steel and my trade. That was just amazing. Oh, guys, if you're new here, usually it's Mike, Pizza Mike, if as you've come to know him in TTG. Usually it's Pizza Mike doing this, but Mike's got a headache, um, you know, from eating so much pizza. It's a real thing. Don't joke. But yes, so I'm your host for tonight. My name is Jason Spatafora. I'm also known as the Wolf of Weed Street. You may have seen me in some things. I was in Penthouse like this, um, full spread with just weed on me. Um, I've been in Forbes, The Street, Vice, a couple other things, Men's Journal, some TV. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm your host for tonight, and I think that you should subscribe and definitely like this because I'm much funnier than Mike. So, right. Yes, I just give my thoughts. I never give advice. Now, I'll give you advice. I'll give you advice if it means not doing stupid stuff. I'm never going to tell you what to buy, um, what to sell. I am going to say, hey, if you don't take profit, you're an idiot. Um, yeah, I'll gladly do that. When it comes to uh, me telling people to take profit, I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be the voice of reason, and that's going to tell you, look, take this profit now because it might not be profit later. Do we do this every night, Danielle? No, we don't do this every night. I mean, we're going to do it tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me. Maybe if there's somebody in the control room, actually, I could do this. Let's see, Tuesday. Da, 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 da. Bear with me, folks. Mike doesn't have this power. So tomorrow is TTG Tuesday. So if you are here for the first time and you want to trade with us live, not with a bunch of furus that suck, have never been in Penthouse magazine or Forbes or Vice or High Times, then don't come. But if you do want to come and trade with me, trade with Mike, trade with the crew, trade with all these sexy profile pictures and eggs because they don't have a profile picture, then click that link and sign up. Wolf, will OGI dip below $1? I doubt it. Wolf, what you thinking about a reload on X? Nice trade. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm going to get into it. Let's talk about it. But first, a word from our sponsors. Oh, that didn't work. Too close. Right, let's get a futures check. Tell me this is real. Is this real life? Dow, 0.17 green. SPY, 0.13 green. NASDAQ, 0.27. Small caps, 0.29. VIX, red, 0.42. Everything else on my watch list is green. Nikkei 225, China A50, Nikkei 225 futures. Shanghai, Hang Seng, Konnichiwa. And that was futures. Thank you, TTG Shug, for posting that link. Should we be trying to trade and we have not finished the classes? We have a trade simulator. So for everybody that just thinks that this is a group where all we're going to do is feed you trades. I had that there because I was eating ice cream before because I'm COVID fat Leave me alone. Stop judging me. Um, we have a trade simulator where you can paper trade. So it's real time, it's like the same exact quotes, and you can trade in there. So instead of risking your own money while you're learning, you can put it into practice while you're learning. Some people, here's the thing. A lot of people are like, "Hey, I want to play stock market because I hear about all my friends at work making money." First off, most of them are lying to you. They're probably getting killed or they're breaking even, maybe. Um, but like just jumping into the market isn't so easy. So what we offer is a bunch of coursework that basically walks you through the entire process of trading, from like opening your account to setting up charts to basic knowledge that you need to have, but would be surprised that most people don't put into practice. Just understanding the psychology, understanding stop losses, and blah 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 blah. On top of it, you get to talk with me, talk with Mike. I'm a lot more. I'm better to talk to because I've just got a better personality. I eat less pizza. Might not be true. But yeah, we do a lot of things. Like we treat this as coursework, as an MBA. You know, we are the Wharton School of Trading, basically. And we have good traders, and don't take my word for it. We have unbelievable retention rate. All right, so we're not churning, we're not spending a ton of money on advertising. Like, this is it. We talk to people on YouTube, but we also use Twitter and something else. But a lot of this is word of mouth. So that's what we do at True Trading Group. I don't know how I got in on that. Frank Sabara. Frank Sabaro. Mama Sabaros. Yeah, IWM is like watching paint dry. But that's the only index where, you know what? I'm invoking a new rule for IWM. Okay? You guys ready? New rule. Hold me to it. You cannot get into an IWM trade over the weekend, and you should just never hold it overnight. All right? Tom Gallant, I have the same question. Oh, did I answer it? Cool. Great, that's what I'm doing it for. Thinking of leaving E-Trade and going to TD. Ooh. I have both. I like E-Trade better. There's, if you're like, oh, I want to go to Thinkorswim versus E-Trade Pro, let me tell you, I didn't like Thinkorswim. I don't like E-Trade Pro. I like basic E-Trade and basic TD Ameritrade. Can you paper trade the simulator when the market is closed, like TOS? I don't know. I don't see why not. But honestly, why do you have to paper trade when the market's closed? Guys, I'm running out of water. And I really want another glass of water. Fuck. And I don't think there's anything in my Han Solo frozen in carbonite refrigerator in my office. What is so bad about Robinhood? Next question. Everything. I'm just kidding. We like to tease Robinhood. This is the reason I hate Robinhood as a service, like just as a trading platform, is you can be in a monster trade, and then the app goes down, and they will literally, you will lose thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they will send you like a $15 like gift certificate or give you a $15 credit. So yeah. Ooh, Frank Sabara, what does that magic 8 ball say? Let's ask a question. Am I going to win my bet on Kronos? Cannot predict now. How about now? Am I going to win my bet with Kronos? Come on, you bastard. Better not tell you now, man. This magic 8 ball's a real dick. So, all right. That's weird. You probably violated PDT rule or something multiple times. My name's not Mike, Antonio. You're a Star Wars nerd too? Let's see. Last Supper. I got Barbies there. Guys, I got a lot of Star Wars shit around here. Let's just be real. You know. Whoa. Okay. So, guys, wow, it's all holy shit. Time really flies when you're making fun of everybody. Do you have a good think script writer? I am make my screen more accurate and will be of mutual benefit. What is my bet with Kronos? So right now I'm in the $6 Kronos calls. I mean, I basically just made a bet with myself. I said that it would go up 50%, which at the time when I tweeted would be 53 cents. It's currently at 28 cents. So I basically need it to double. So it needs to go 100% from here, or I let my daughter shave my head. Thank you, Maria, for telling everybody my name. I should probably wear a name tag. My name is Jason. Jason Wolf. Okay. Sorry, I was watching some other stuff tag site before I got online. Big ball, 2 trades, both Roku puts green on ball. Sean Miller was betting against us today? That's okay. Rolling a contract into another. What's a good use case for rolling a contract into another? I don't know. I've never rolled a contract into another. Crazy. Okay. Do I like Village Farms? Not really. Okay, guys. So before I get into everything, guys, add me to your Twitter, maybe. Before I get into some of the trades, some of the recaps, and some of the tutelage, all right, because I am here on a Monday, and because tomorrow is TTG Tuesday, I'm going to just tell you exactly what's going to happen. Are you ready? Guys, as you know, TTG is growing at an alarming pace. Alarming. Every month every month since March, we've raised our price. Why? Because we keep adding tons of stuff to it. I wonder what Vas Montenegro said. Probably something dirty. Dirty bastard. So every month we are adding something to TTG, and with that, real-time quotes. We just did a deal with NASDAQ, coursework, webinars, trader paloozas, XYZ. Okay. Also, what that has meant for myself and Michael is we have got to cap the amount of one-on-ones we do. Okay. The reason being, pretty popular guys, all right? So I can't do one-on-ones every single day till I'm 50. And that's pretty much the pace that we're going at. So what we're doing is we're going to be shortening the amount of times I give one-on-ones. What that means is, look, if you've already got a one-on-one and you signed up in order to get a one-on-one with me, well, guess what? You still get a one-on-one. No problem. Okay? But for the people that sign up tonight, you're going to get a one-on-one with me. All right? Now, tomorrow, I'm not going to be offering a one-on-one with me. Okay? Wednesday, also not going to be offering a one-on-one with me. I'm going to just do this on Monday. Okay? I'm going to do this on Monday, and then tomorrow, after TTG, and then everybody makes money tomorrow, I'm going to offer not a one-on-one, I'm going to offer a group meeting with me. And the group meetings are actually a lot of fun. We do it on Zoom. I did one this Friday. We had a ton of people on there. It was a lot of fun because I could actually see your faces and you guys raise your hands. And some of you guys have majestic beards. I'm not going to name names. Gandalf, why haven't you changed your name to Gandalf? Mike. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be offering you a one-on-one tonight for everybody that signs up tonight to True Trading Group. It's got all the discounts, the bells and whistles, but more importantly, it's a one-on-one with me. So if you're really interested in, let's say, pot stocks, well, guess what? You get to spend an hour with me picking my brain about pot stocks, and I'm just going to tell you right now, there's nobody better at trading pot stocks in the world than me. You don't believe me? Okay. Google me. All right? You don't believe me? Look at every major pop, every major decline, and there I am, calling it in advance. Okay? So, with that said, I'm going to be giving a one-on-one for everybody that signs up. The code is going to be TTG Wolf 8. You got that? It is TTG Wolf 8, and in about 3 seconds, I can hear him right now just blah 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 blah. He's typing it in. Okay? So, could you please hit them with the link? Please. Thank you. There he goes. So, question was, well, what goes on with a one-on-one? Good question. Let me sell it for you. First off, what goes on with a one-on-one is a couple of things. One, if you're going through the coursework, you're going to have questions. Normal. So we can go over some of those questions, all right? But that's not enough, all right? We're going to go over your trades. Now, if you've never traded, don't worry, we come up with a plan for you to trade. But if you have been trading, and if let's say you're interested in getting in options, which that's primarily what I do. I also swing trade and invest longer term, but for TTG, I'm basically trading pot stocks and swinging options and crushing the swing on options. So what you get is basically I go through your trades. Some people, they'll send me all of their portfolio, what they've got in it, especially if it's pot. I'll go through it, tell them what I like, what I don't like, if they're holding bags, which bags to cut, what to do with those bags, and then develop a strategy longer term. If you're an older person, say somebody that's looking to retire, I've come up with a really unique way to manage risk, learn something in the process, and just build your overall portfolio for the longer term. And actually, a lot of younger people I had a one-on-one today with one of our members, and this was something that I actually went into. And I was like, well, how old are you? And he was like, 28. And I was just like, wow. I was like, it's really smart of you to be thinking like this. So the one-on-one covers a bunch of things. It usually will last an hour. It goes longer when we're not there with like a stopwatch, you know. And it's good. And honestly, when I do a one-on-one with somebody, I always follow up and see how they're doing, because I don't want anybody that I mentor to do shitty. Um, and it's for two reasons. One, I want to see everybody do well, but two, I don't want any of my people to do shitty. And it's really just ego. And trust me, my ego, it's mutually beneficial. You get to win, I get to win, we get to win, I get to rub it in somebody else's face down the line. Perfect. Maria Hard, you didn't get your one-on-one. Yeah, look, if you signed up already for TTG and you came through me, um, then message Elena and she'll sort it out. That was my last sip of water. Oh, God. So, yeah. How old was I when I got into the stock market? Good question. I was 35. Can you believe it? Oh, wait, was I 35? No. I was 34. Was I 34? Fuck. Shit. 2013, so 7 years ago. Yeah, I was 34 years old. Guys, I'm 41. I know. Ladies, I know how to look it, but trust me, under this average physique is a 41-year-old body. PW pumped up to 26.57. Yeah, Ted, I know. I'm watching. Yeah. It's funny, Ted, because I got a swing trade on for PW. And, yeah. So, guys, with the one-on-ones, I'm only going to do like 10 to 15 a month. And that's if I can do them. All right. Because the response has been really strong. As you can see, like, especially some of you new members or you old members see all the new members coming in, which is fine. We love it. But at the end of the day, I can't be trading from, 9 or 7, depending on what I'm trading, till 4, and then do one-on-ones till 7 o'clock every night. It's untenable, and I want to go like swimming with my kids and stuff like that. So, oh, hold on. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 or 15 more tonight because it's wrong.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 or 15 more tonight because there's an overwhelming response and you don't want to like do the camp, you know? So first come first serve, 10 to 15 more tonight.
Oh, okay. Thanks. That's good news.
Yeah, so it's not me.
Yeah. All right, bye. Sorry, guys. So yeah, like I was saying, yeah, I'm only gonna be doing these one-on-ones, and let me tell you, you've got till midnight, and we're hitting numbers. Yes, why is everybody calling me Mike tonight? So yeah, so guys, last time use the code TTGWolf8. Only gonna do another 10 to 15 more tonight. Okay. I thought for the month, um, tonight. I was like, man, only 10 to 15 more for the month. I was like, damn, how many? I was just like, a little poop came out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, Jesus, I'm gonna have one-on-ones Saturday, Sunday, And that's the truth. I had one-on-one Saturday and Sunday. I don't do them during market hours. Mike will do them during market hours, not me. So that's why. So yeah, guys, there's a code. All right. Moving right along. Actually, we're going to take a 30-second break. And he's going to fill in for me for 30 seconds. Oh, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I had to get water. But just in case, I got a sun-kissed. Yeah, I'm dying, man. Guys, seriously, talking to you guys really dries me out. Yes, just call me Wolf or Wolferino, El Lobo. Hey, douche. That works. So, okay. Star Wars water machine. I got a Star Wars waffle maker. I got a Star Wars fridge. I got a Star Wars skateboard. I got 4 lightsabers. I got Star Wars Barbies. I got a Star Wars Mr. Potato Head that Mike bought from my daughter when she was born. And I was like, yo, it's a Star Wars Mr. Potato Head. That's my gift, yo. So, what platform is the included trade simulator? It's ours. Everything's proprietary. Okay? When did you go full time? When did I go full time trading? Like, oh, I went full time trading from 2014, so I was like 6 months in, guys. But it was different time period. All right. Anyway, tonight I am going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you something about options. So, guys, if you saw the thumbnail, talks about a 283% win on an option. So I'm going to just show you, because you know I'm not blowing smoke. I'm going to do this. Can you see that? That's as of 3:58 today. All right, so I'm going to just hold it up a little bit more, because you know there's a delay. And with that delay, there you go. So you saw it. So it's a 3:58 today. So it's 153% return today. That was the day gain, and 283.53% overall. Okay. Now that gain was obviously, you know, the way I do it is I sell my most expensive first. For the most part, my average on this was under 21 cents. Just a great trade, okay? But it was also a trade that a lot of people panicked, all right? And guys, what do I always say is the first rule of Fight Club? Oh, sorry. I just broke the first rule of Fight Club. the first rule of trading options is understanding that time is going to be your most valuable ally. All right? Think of time as the force. All right? For you Star Wars nerds. And as Yoda says, my ally is the force, and the force is strong, yo. I mean, he mixes the words up and stuff, but you get me. So this is an option that we had a lot of time on, okay? August 21st, we've been trading it since July. And, you know, we got in 29 cents, right at a support, and at first it looked like it was going to go. We went, actually it was like $6.89. We bought it at, the option was 29 cents, and then we started to go back up towards 6.96, and then it just went as it went with the market. And this thing drifted down. You know, I think we lost 7 cents the first day. You know, we went up like 3 or 4 cents to begin with, and just gave it back. And that's normal. You know, but at the same time, I wasn't panicking because I've traded U.S. steel so many times, and I've got such a unique perspective on it and such a unique relationship with it. You know, to give you an idea, in January of last year, I was trading U.S. steel, and just on U.S. steel, I made $331,000. Okay, that's just to give you an idea. All right. Also, what coincided the following month is I bought 5,000 call options, and then it gapped down and I got destroyed. It's a completely different topic, and we go into that later. But the point is, I know U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel is probably by far, besides the pot stocks, my highest win percentage. It's like U.S. Steel and Roku. All right. My percent of wins in U.S. Steel is over 95%. And I'm confident in that. And some people forget that. Some people forget that confidence, and some people forget that, you know, if I don't like the trade, I will get out of the trade. Okay? Because I have no problem taking a loss. But I do have a problem taking a loss on something that I know I have time on, and I know that, you know, we can win. So I'll walk you through how U.S. Steel went. I talked about it earlier, and I'll just kind of skip around. In at 29 cents, it dropped down, hit a low of 16 cents, all right, on day two. Then went from 16 cents to 25 cents. Then 25 to 22 to 37 in the same day. We took a bunch of profit above 35 cents, you know, and even in the 30-cent range. And then we drifted. I started buying rebuying at 27, 25, and then I stopped, then 22, and then all the way down to 15 cents. Buying the most options at 15 cents, obviously. Then went from 15 cents, it went to 25, took a little bit off because I was a little heavy at 25 cents, and then it drifted down to 22, and then I reloaded 22, and then now we are here Monday. First take profit today was 35 cents, second take profit was 40 cents, and 41, then 50, then 55, and then 60. I had 250 contracts this morning. I traded before this morning 500 contracts in US Steel. The reason I tell you this is the way that I was trading US Steel and the way that I was managing the position and how I was de-risking and then waiting for that pullback, anticipating that pullback. US Steel would have had to go below 10 cents today for me to lose money on it. Okay, so basically I was entering today from just an absolute position of strength, a nice cushion of insurance, And guys, everybody in TTG, while what didn't appear to be a sexy trade, um, it ended up just being an absolute monster. And you know, it's funny because one of my one of our members today, he actually tweeted the chart. And this is something for all you guys to look at. So I'm going to just put that's my Twitter, just in case. But this is this is exactly how it was. And it shows how he traded it. Nice job, Gustavo. You really think Kron will be tomorrow? So do I. Guys, that's the thing, guys. Why do we trade the lower volatility ones, right? Lower volatility options, they keep the lights on and they give us time to trade the bonus ones, the Rokus, the Teslas, the Shopify's, the Boeings, right? Um, Actually, Boeing, I'm 100% on my option calls. Just saying, but I haven't traded enough option calls. I think I have to do at least 10 round trips for it to qualify on percentages. Um, so yeah, no rules tonight. Wolf, are you trading options on Kron? Yes, Savannah, I am trading options on Kron. Okay, let me see. Hold on. See if I can pull it up for you. Look at my face. Whoa, what the fuck? There we go. Tell you how many options I have in Kronos. So the option that everybody's talking about is the $6 August 21st call. Okay? As of right now, I have 240 contracts. All right. Let's see. Right. I have 240 contracts at a 30-cent average. Okay. My intention is to, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. All right, let's stay on US Steel though, because we're not done yet. We're not done with this trade. I don't know. Unless futures rip. And then yeah, we might be done with this trade for a little while. Ideally, I'd like to get a pullback to 750. If US Steel pulls back to 750, I am going to reload those 750 call options, except instead of getting 821, which were the ones from today, I'm going to get September 6th, if that's the date. First week of September, whatever it is. All right, those are the options I'm going to go for. I'm going to make a bigger Frankenstein trade. Now, I am still holding some US Steel. All right, at the chance that it just keeps going, I'm just going to exercise that stock and hold it. All right, so on August 21st, if this thing is over $8 or $8.50, I'm going to exercise the stock at $7.50. For every one contract that I have, I will get 100 shares at $7.50. Obviously, I have to pay for it, so it's going to cost me per 100 shares or per contract $750 of US Steel, which I'm fine. I'm happy to own it. You have 25 shares of Kron. Is that good or bad? That's fine. You know, guys, I also have Kron stock on top of it. Now, the reason that I bought Kron stock on top of my options is I don't mind holding the Kron stock. And let's say my option expires, um, and it's no good. And let's say I take a loss on it of like, call it 2 grand, all right? Um, then all I have to do is hold my Chronos long enough for it to go up $1. And then I've subsidized that loss. You know, I don't mind holding the stock because the stock where it's at is a good value because of their cash position. Their cash position right now is $1.1 billion. If that thing went to 550 tomorrow, I would be fine with watching my $6 calls blow up because I know I'm probably going to buy 1,000 calls of the 550s just further out. Miss Tiny Trader, we're going to miss you. We really, I mean that. I really do. Our expiration on Chronos is in 12 days. Is it 12 days? Let me see. Yeah, 12 days. So we have 12 days to go 20 cents. You tell me. You tell me. You think that I can get if we get 20 cents tomorrow, okay, that option's going 100%. And here's why I'm confident, okay? If this thing breaks $6, it's going to 620. If it breaks 620, it's going to 650. Breaks 650, we're going to 7. If it breaks 715, we're going to 8. And that is the channel, okay? Now, it's not going to be immediate, and there's going to be some chopping around. But I'm going to be in that trade long enough to see that option be $1. If I had a mic, I would fucking slam that shit. But that's how confident I feel. I'm not going to lose on this Chronos trade. All right? Don't at me. All right? Don't panic. Don't freak out. A lot of people freak out when they get in the trades. They freak out when they get into options, and then they bitch. I sold it. I stopped out. I was like, oh, why'd you stop out? Oh, well, you know, it didn't look good. Well, how much time did you have on the option? 2 weeks. Okay, how far were you from the strike? 20 cents. Don't trade options. It's that simple, okay? Options give you leverage. Options make a small account look like a big account. Why? Every contract you hold is like owning 100 shares of that stock. You get the same feel, all right? If things going up, you're going to catch all the good stuff. Going down, you're going to get all the bad stuff. It's just how it is, all right? But if you pick that right direction, and you know how to manage that option, you make a stupid amount of money. Stupid. Chronos going to 16. Slow your roll, Goldstein. This shit's not going to 16 anytime soon. That thing goes to 16 in 2020. I'll shave my eyebrows. Or eyebrow. Oh, fuck. Cool. Oh, still an ADT, Mark. Yes, I'm still an ADT. Why are you still asking about ADT, Mark? Please explain that to me. Guys, what did I say when I bought ADT? So I bought ADT, for everybody that's not here, as a YOLO on the earnings. Okay? So I'll jump on the mic. This is how it'll work on an alert. I'll jump on the mic, say, hey, I'm looking at this stock. So for this particular stock, this is ADT. Google just bought 6.6% of them for, I don't know how much it was, a couple $100 million, 400 million. And I got calls for $15. Those calls expire August 21st, right? And I said, this is ultra high risk. I'm basically gonna make money on this or I'm going to lose everything. And guess what? The earnings sucked. Or the earnings went down. The stock didn't even go down that much. Um, the stock from the day before earnings is down 45 cents. Yet the option went from 75 cents to like 10 cents. That's how it goes. How do you base your entry into an option? I base it off of ranges. So, I won't trade an option in the stock that I don't particularly know unless I'm trading earnings. Um, uh, like ADT, for example. You know, so if like I'm trading Roku, when it's at a particular price, I like to trade it, on the call side. Like right now, we're in 155 calls for Friday. All right, so 155 Roku calls. They closed at like $2.25. All right, later, big baller. Short squeeze. You guys are so sweet to each other. Hold on. Wolf, when you scalp options, what type of move you look for? About 5 cents? No, I look for 10 to 20 cents on the scalp, depending on my size. So usually, if I'm scalping, I'm going 10 to 20 contracts. Um, so 10 to 20 cents is ideal. Sometimes you get lucky, you get 50 cents. Sometimes you get unlucky, and you lose 10, 15 cents right away. And that's the thing. Like you've got to go like tight stop. Like as soon as your bid, if my stop is like 15 cents, if I see the bid come up and it's 15 cents, I take it. Ooh, Nasdaq futures up 0.5%. That's good for tech. Ooh, Roku. Roku. All right, guys. So, again, tomorrow is TTG Tuesday. You heard me mention that before. Um, we are going to put up the link one more time. Tuesday. I'll do that for you. Don't worry, I got you, Adam. I got you. I got you. Oh, there he goes. So, guys, if a professional trader's win rate is 65 to 75%, then there will be plenty of stops hit. And I would imagine it would happen a lot faster on average than when selling for profit. I don't use stops. That's the truth. All right? I don't use stop losses. I'll use mental stops. I don't, maybe I'm just chiming into a conversation, but I thought it'd be helpful to tell you guys I don't use stop losses. All right? Why? Because of exactly that. I manage risk, and if I've taken profit on something, like I got into the Roku trade today, I took 55 cents of profit on my first go, and then 90 cents of profit on my second go. All right, and then the thing pulled back. Now, if I had a stop loss of 10%, yeah, it would have helped, but no, it wouldn't help because I had insurance. I got time. And as long as I have time and insurance, I know that I'm going to be pretty accurate on my trade. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait, guys. You have no idea how excited I'm gonna be to do my third take profit on Roku. You know, tomorrow with futures gapping. That thing's going to 155. There, I said it. Breaks 155, it goes to 157. 157, boom. We're going to Sizzler. All of us that didn't complain about Roku. Oh yeah, Scott. Shava. Yeah, so guys, if you're hearing like, oh, 55 cents on an option, yes, every penny on an option equals $1. So to give you an idea, that's really, everybody's like, man, this guy's bragging about making 10 cents on an option. Ooh, whoop-de frickin' do. Um, yeah, so to give you an idea, if you have 10 contracts and an option goes 10 cents, you made $100. If you have 50 options like I had, then you make almost 5,000. Well, if it goes up $1, you make 5,000 bucks. If it goes 10 cents, you make 500 bucks. But at the same time, it's great. When it goes down, you're losing that just as fast. Like I stopped out of a Kodak put that I had at $1.60 on $14 puts, and it was just the right thing to do. That option ended up going down to 80 cents, and because Kodak went to 17, and now today, like had I stayed in the position, which would have been stupid, um, I would have ended up making like 200% on it. So, but you need to get used to taking profit. So, anyway, so guys, um, it is getting a little bit late. So with tomorrow being TTG Tuesday, and I'm just going to say this one more time, um, we have 8 spots left for tonight. Okay, so what that means is if you sign up tonight, you get a one-on-one with me. I'm not going to be offering one-on-ones tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to get to be in a group with 15, 20 other people. Okay, this is a way that we just kind of do this, as the one-on-one is worth it. The one-on-one gets you going. I also give you guys assignments when I do one-on-ones. I don't give assignments to the group. All right. So I come up with just kind of a basic strategy. Well, not even a basic strategy. Actually, my strategy is just, it seems basic because it's so simplistic. But guys, for everybody that's done a one-on-one with me that might be on here tonight, um, can you just, tell the group how small changes either worked or didn't work for you? Because guys, at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking, we're going to be going through everything, going through all your trades and everything, organizing you for pot stocks, organizing you for options, coming up with a strategy to check yourself. Okay, and that's what a lot of people need when they're trading and investing. You need ways to check yourself, because the biggest adversary in the market 99% of the time is yourself, and you don't even realize it. It's yourself that says, yeah, just hold that a little bit longer. Yeah, but you made 500 bucks yesterday. Throw that money into this. So that's what we do. All right. We check that little bastard on your shoulder. If I could get a one-on-one with Wolf instead of a group, I definitely would. Yes, that is true. You should. All right. Ooh, Axum. Interesting story about Axum. I have a Dolce and Gabbana suit that is worth more than their entire 2016 revenue. Oh, thanks, Joseph. So yeah. So guys, there's the link above. I'm the Wolf of Weed Street. Tomorrow is TTG Tuesday. If you had put $500 into U.S. Steel on Friday, guess what? You would have made your membership plus $500 today. Think about that. Just think about that for a second. All right? Why do that on just one day? You have to do it every day of the week. All right? But you also need to understand the plan to be able to do that so you don't get shaken out. So you don't make stupid, silly mistakes. And so you're not watching everybody else in TTG just high-fiving and just getting excited. All right? So take the time, use the code, it's TTG Wolf 8. Come trade with us tomorrow. We're going to crush it. Probably just going to be taking profit from other trades that we're already in. Okay? And you guys are just going to be there watching. Saying, man, wish I was in that shit. Those dudes are crushing it. All right? Sean Miller? Yes. All the time. All the time. All right, guys. So without further ado, I am going to go to bed, put some electric stim on my back, and watch futures and just get all excited for Roku tomorrow and my Chronos trades and my weed trades, guys. And that's the thing. And I wanted to save this for the end. Just when people left, guess what? Weed sector. It's going to be fun tomorrow. But you're going to miss all the fun if you're not in TTG. All right? All right, guys. Have a good night. How do we schedule a one-on-one with me? You message Elena. All right? So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this stream. I will catch you guys later. All right?